What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. It's Amber Javay. I know it's been a long time. I've been just doing a lot of YouTube shorts, but I'm actually brainstorming some ideas of different YouTube content I could post, like long videos for you guys. So this is the one I'm coming back with. Today I'm going to do a story time on when I found out that my middle child had type 1 diabetes. And it was right before I gave birth to my baby boy. Literally the day before. So it started off, so he was doing a lot of, mind you, I'm 41 weeks. I went past my due date. I literally had a couple more days. If my water didn't break, they were going to induce me. So I'm 41 weeks, heavily pregnant. He started his name is Kanon as well, sorry. So Kanon, he started having symptoms around this time. Like he was peeing excessively. Like every 5 minutes, to the point he would be running to the bathroom. I'm like, you're going again? And then he would just be thirsty. So we went and got some blood work done. It was when his blood work came back, his blood sugar was like two something at that point. And I had seen that was a little high. So I asked his doctor, hey, what's going on? Said his blood sugar is 2. What does this mean? And she was like, I wouldn't say that he's diabetic or anything just based off of that, because it could have been what he ate. It could have been so let's do some more tests. So we went and got him some more blood work done. When we got this blood work done, the lab was an hour, about to close in an hour. So we didn't get the results that day. We didn't get them till the next morning. So this is where it gets scary. So the next morning, we're in the bed, we're sleeping. He's actually with my mom at this point, because by this time I'm getting ready to have a baby. So my mom had the kids so that when it's time, and we ain't got to worry about where the kids gonna go, all this. So they call me, wake me up out my sleep early in the morning. I'm like, okay, these are the results. And the lady basically hello, is this the parent of Kanon? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, well, we need you to get him to Children's Hospital immediately. Seconds, minutes matter. And I'm just like, what? So I'm jumping up my sleep, and he's not even with me. So I gotta tell my mom, So she said that his blood sugar at this time was 600 something. So if anybody knows anything about diabetes, 600 is way, the first one, it was 200. That was but 600 is out of this world. You could be coma, all that. And the fact that we had got that was the result from the day before. Mind you, I told you that the lab was getting ready to close. So we got the results later. We got the results the next morning. So I'm pray to God, and I'm so grateful that nothing happened overnight, because we didn't even know till the next morning that it was that high. So I'm calling my mom. Of course, she's panicking. I'm panicking. And I'm like, they said you need to get him to Children's Hospital immediately, now. It's bad. So they got him there. They're getting him in, getting all the tests and stuff done, trying to see if he's going to get admitted or what's going on. So he ended up getting admitted, and he stayed that night. So later on that night, in the middle of the night, this is, so when he went and got the test done, that was August 2nd. This is in the middle of the night now. So this is August 3rd. 1 in the morning, maybe, I go to the bathroom and my water ends up breaking. So I just got that news, and my son is literally in the hospital. And now I'm on my way to a different hospital so I can go have his baby. So we both in the hospital. I'm panicking, worried about trying to have a baby, but I'm trying to reach out to my mom and them too and try to figure out what's going on with him. My labor happened quick. He was here by 3 the next 2 hours. Because I got in the shower. I did all that before I even got to the hospital. and couldn't even get epidural. They were like, no, you got to push now. So by the time I did all that, I finally heard back from my mom. I spoke to the nurses and stuff at Children's Hospital, and they told me he was not in DKA, which is diabetic I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to put it in there, what it is in the definition, which is great, because that's bad if he was. He wasn't in DKA, but they did diagnose him as type 1 diabetic, which, if you do not know, type 1 you're basically born with. You don't get it over time like you do with type 2. Type 2 diabetes is based off of your diet, what you're eating, how you're eating, all that. Type 1, it's when your pancreas stops producing insulin by itself. So you have to give yourself insulin, hence why people give themselves shots and stuff when they have type 1. So even though it was something that he was probably born with, because he was so small at that time, he still had some insulin in his body that was covering him. And then as he got bigger and he's moving around more, he's eating more and stuff like that, that starts to slow down. So that's why we didn't find out until when he's 4. But still, finding out your son is type 1 diabetic at 4 is crazy. So he will need insulin for the rest of his life. And I just had a baby at the same time. So I'm like, I'm a mess. And before I even knew that type 1 was based off of your pancreas not working anymore and stuff, I thought it was something that I did. So I was a wreck. I kept blaming myself. I'm crying like, God, why? And then postpartum, all of that together. It was just a crazy time in my life, honestly. But fast forward to now, things are going good. He's a very picky eater, so we're trying to still work on his diet and make sure he's doing good. But his numbers have been good. He does take insulin. They started us out with having to give him shots and teaching us how to do all of that. But now he is on the Omnipod. So it's actually a pod that you put the insulin inside of, and he can stick it to his body, and he wears it. And he has this little phone controller thing where you just put in, every time when he eats, you have to put in the amount of carbs that's in the meal. And then it will calculate how much insulin it's going to give him. And then it'll just give it to him like that, which I think that is so much easier than when we were giving him needles, because he's strong and I would be in here trying to hold him down and stick him with a needle and give him insulin. And it just wasn't it. But he understands what diabetes is. He understands certain stuff that he can't have now. We're working and we're doing better, because at first it was not good. I felt so bad when he would see an ice cream truck or something like that, and I'm like, you can't have that. He would just bawl crying. I just was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? But I told myself, I cannot be weak. I have to be strong. I have to just make sure he's okay, and I have to manage his diet and keep him healthy, because diabetes is no joke. If you know, you know. Your organs can get messed up. If your blood sugar is high all the time, you can end up losing your sight, losing your limbs if you don't take care of it. Losing your liver or your kidney and stuff just getting. And he's 4, so he has the rest of his life to deal with this. Type 1 is not something that you can reverse. You just live with it. But people have lived a good, long, healthy life still being type 1 diabetic, and I plan on that for him. You guys will probably see him later on down the road. And yeah, I just wanted to share that story. I feel like that was a good story, and maybe other people can relate that are just finding out that maybe they are type 1 diabetic or their child is. It's a lot to handle. It is not easy. Sometimes his numbers are going up or down, and I have to figure out what's going on. Sometimes he tries to sneak food and his blood sugar's going high, and I don't know why. And I found out that he snuck something. I have to figure out how much of it he snuck and ate so I can give him the carbs, so it can give him the insulin to cover all that. And it's a lot. Doctor's appointment every couple months, more blood work to check the A1C and check on the other organs and everything, which we just did recently, and everything was going pretty good. They said his A1C can be a little lower, but he is kind of, I'm sorry y'all, my camera died on me, but they did say that his A1C could be a little lower, but everything else, all the other organs, all the thyroid, all the other tests were good. And I'm just thankful and I'm happy for that. I know this is very stressful and sometimes it had me down on top of everything else I'm already dealing with. Just having a fresh baby, trying to learn more about diabetes and manage that. It has been a lot, but I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I know that this is not it. We're still going to make sure he lives a long, happy, healthy life and still enjoys being a kid. And, yeah, that's just what it is. It's a little easier now. It was hard at first, and I know it's gonna be hard as he gets older. I just hope that he is on it like I'm gonna be on it for him, because I know how important it is. I work in a hospital and I deal with people that come in with diabetic issues all the time, or have to come and might be just finding out they have diabetes and just finding out they're about to get their toe cut off or something like that. So it's not easy, but God got us. He wouldn't put us through nothing that we can't handle. And I'm just thankful, grateful. With that being said, more videos to come, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, at least. Thank you.